Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of the Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome to Wicca 303, and welcome to the first of the last 5 classes of not only Wicca 303, but of this 3-year teaching and classroom project. So, are you ready for that? But while you're getting ready, there's cuteness afoot behind me, and I simply must share it with you. Just gonna grab the camera, and there we go. You see that? That's Isadora and Calliope, and that's them being all sweet and cute. Never mind about summer ending. They are ending the process of being awake. They're just going to nap and be adorable. But anyway, they were sweet, so had to share that with you. But now on to the business at hand. So, summer's end. The wheel has turned. The wheel has just turned. Lunasa has passed. That was just yesterday. Harvest season is officially underway. The literal fields and gardens need to be gathered in. It's just beginning, but we're about to get into the very busy season of that. Projects that we began at the start of the calendar year, that should be significantly underway, if not outright completed. And time is running out for our sunny days, blooming flowers, and warmth, even though I know a lot of us have probably had way more warmth than what we could possibly have wanted to handle. But still, nevertheless, we are on that downward slope. So for the for us, in the craft, it really is time for us to shift gears. Since January, we've gone from brainstorming and preparation, then to planting, then the waiting for all the gestation, and now it is time to harvest. So the question arises for us, what do we have to show for our spiritual and our magical harvests? The seeds that we plant for our spiritual and magical development, they are not always visible, but they should produce manifested progress, because all things begin with thought, and then the end of that is actually something visible that we bring into reality, even if it's only adjustments of our attitude, changes of behavior, things like that. Even that is still manifested progress. So let's go over briefly of seasonal symbolism. To begin with, we have spring, which is that first blush of life. It is beginnings, it is hope. Then the summer, the blooming and the growing, progress and enjoyment. And then autumn, the harvest and manifestation and the transformation, lots of work. And for winter, the resting period, endings, and dreaming. So for summer's end, we have that last bit of summer that's slowly transitioning to the autumn. We're going from, just, oh, look at the pretty flowers and everything's growing and see what's coming and I can relax and have fun, to, okay, we've got to work. We've got to bring in our stuff. We've got to preserve our food. We've got to change over the house. We've got to make sure we've got, the cold weather clothes handy. We need to make sure we've got our blankets out. There's a lot of things that we need to do. It's about getting things wrapped up, or really are kicking into high gear. And as practitioners of the craft, we just can't stagnate. That's not our role. We are always in motion, and we've always got work to do. We have results to review, a future to plan. No matter where we are in the cycle, we have to be about our business. And for the individual practitioner, it really is time for you to complete your work and to begin brainstorming the process for next year, because it may be the beginning of August, but the end of the year will be here before we know it. So let's look at the witchy to-do list. First and foremost, attend to the practicalities. In your household, get into high gear for the canning and the food preservation if you do that, or at least stocking up your larder if you possibly can. Ensure that your magical pantry is stocked, so any kind of herbs that you use on a regular basis for your crafting, make sure you've got them, as well as any other supplies. This could be candles, it could be incense sticks, it could be oils, it could be crystals, whatever it is you use, whatever your preferred modalities. Make sure you are ready to go. And of course, spend your energy wisely. That's also another thing to attend to. Because I don't think we always take into proper consideration the fact that our energy is finite. Now, as witches, we have a great ability to draw energy from external sources. We do. And sometimes I think we do that without even... Sorry for the glitch. But there is still a limit to how much we can accomplish and how much energy we can take from other sources before we just need to replenish our own and just take a breath. So that is amongst the practical considerations. And then attend to beauty. Be ready to shift to seasonal decorations. I don't usually do this kind of fall-centric colors at this time of year for my altar, but if you look up, I've got a lot of the oranges. I've got some hints of yellow. I've got those really deepy kind of grape purples. I've got some really really deep reds, very deep cherry reds. It doesn't quite read fall, but it certainly reads that we're going in that direction. And then in next month, uh, that background will be fully in fall. And also be outside as much as what you possibly can. It's so pretty this time of year. We're getting the last of those late summer flowers, and a lot of things are starting to fade. And you might pick a few flowers. You might decide to dry them, preserve them, have them for later. There's just so much to enjoy still. So even though we are working, we still have things to enjoy. Not work does not have to be burdensome to us. And then you might be doing some special rituals this time of year. For instance, if you have school-age children, back to school blessings, even if you homeschool, there's no reason why you can't mark that in a very ceremonial type of way, especially if you are, as I hope you are, raising your children pagan. This should just kind of be a normal, natural thing. If, we're beginning this great new project, let's have a blessing. Let's put ourselves on the right foot for it. And then we'll need to be getting ready to lay the garden to rest once our harvest is done. Anything that we might need to do to the soil, any kind of amendments, any other things to kind of replenish its fertility. Time is coming up for it. Connecting with the land spirits and the fae, thanking them for their efforts this season. We don't know how literal their role is, and ensuring that the natural processes go forward. But they certainly have a spiritual role. And, as we know, if there's a spiritual role, then there's a physical manifestation of it. So I think just it would be good to form the habit of giving them proper thanks. Now, of course, with the Fae, you can't actually say thank you. They don't like that. But you can convey gratitude. If you have new projects, do a blessing for those. And then I'm sure everyone will be thrilled to hear this particular ritual, a top to bottom, back to front, inside and out fall cleaning and energy cleansing of your household and of yourself. There is something very sanity restoring about knowing that the closets are organized, the drawers are tidy, things are where they are supposed to be, and that you're just refreshed. And if you combine your physical cleaning with your magical cleansings, better results. It just works better. You will feel better, and everything is much more synced up in your household. And then, of course, bonfires and wishes before the autumn comes. I hope you are in a place where you are able to occasionally attend a bonfire, or at least have, something at least have a fun cookout, something of that sort, and just enjoying it and enjoying the company of the people around you and thinking ahead a little bit about what comes next. So for our homework for August 2nd through August 8th, number one, what is the most significant area of growth for you in the past year? Number two, what is the least significant area of growth for you in the past year? And then three, what are your hopes for the next 12 months? What do you hope that you want to achieve under your own power? Very specific here. This is about you doing, not what you might hope will transpire outside of you, not what you really would like other people to do. What do you want to achieve with your own capabilities? So I think these will be interesting things for you to reflect upon. And of course, come back next week. We will be talking about how you can be standing on your own two witchy feet. Because again, we are coming to the end of these classes. And if you have been following through for the past 3 years, by the end of all of this, you should be more than ready to stand on your own 2 feet. And you should be starting to view practitioners such as myself and others who you may have seen as teachers, more so in the role of colleagues and friends. So I hope you're mentally making that adjustments. I hope, magically and spiritually, you are maturing into that adjustment. So absolutely. We're going to talk all about that next week. But in the meantime, comments, questions, concerns, complaints, leave them for me in the comment section below, or email me at brigantiablackbird@protonmail.com. I can't talk today. It'll be fine. I just need more tea. But definitely reach out to me there if you want to. And if you would like to start getting to know other practitioners, the Oak and Elder Witchery is now officially open. Link in the description. Hope to see you there soon. But that will do it for right now, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.